Hello coders, good afternoon. It's 2100 hours at the moment, or 9:05. Hello everybody. Hey, thank you for joining Liquid Web Oxygen. Hello. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different thing. Normally we would work on the PHP website and the React stuff that I'm doing, but really that's almost ready to go off to beta. So there's not really a lot I can do to that at the moment. So what we're going to do, because there's a lot of stuff that I need to do off stream, like deployment scripts and sorting out servers and all of that jazz. So I'll do all that boring stuff over the weekend. What we're going to do today, however, is we're going to be working on a Sylius, I can't pronounce it, a website. It's an e-commerce site. It's actually for one of my clients who has said that I can do this on stream, which is pretty cool. And we'll just wait for I'm currently doing the Docker, what do you call it? The Docker install, Docker build, and then it's going through the motions of actually installing all the various bits and pieces for the project. And this is the project here. It's pretty bare bones at the moment. We haven't really done anything to it, to be honest. We've just sort of installed it, added some bits and pieces. Got a couple of styles going on here, and I haven't actually ever created this on this machine. It's always been on my other machine. So because I try and keep my client work from my streaming work separate, so this is the first time it's actually been on this machine. So this will be quite interesting if I can get it to work. Thank you for that, CSW Gaming, yeah. So we're going to be tinkering with this old thing, which is called Photoshop. Anybody heard of that? Because what I need to do is get the logo up and sorted as well, because the logo that I have is it needs to be trimmed down. So I guess we can do that whilst this is happening. Yeah. Let's do that now. So in the old Photoshops, these are all of my thumbnails. I might be able to actually bring it up in here, actually in the shop. So this is the logo, and as you can see, there needs to be some trimming around here to make it a little bit more in line. Liquid Oxygen saying work has been a bear. Yeah. Let me just go up the comments. Bear with me a second. So no, I won't be working on that because that is almost ready to rock. So there isn't really a lot I can do to that at the moment. This is a completely separate project, a project that I'm going to be building. It's okay, no problem, cool. Technically, this does have Node. We've just installed, Node. So we're using, I think is it Webpack on the front end of this? Let me have a look. Public. No, it would be in assets. It's in entry. It's been a while since I've used this. So resources, private entry. Where would that live? A shop bundle, Sylius shop bundle, SRC. Unless that is, I don't know. I do know it is using a bit of Node. well, we've got a bit of here we go. That's what I wanted to see, the Webpack stuff. So yeah, so we've got some, yeah, the Encore bits and pieces. So we got the Sylius bundles here. Well, I've also got my own stuff. So public bundle and shop. Where did that live? It's like literally, it's been quite a while since I've done this. So this would be in public. This would be in build. That would be the path, build shop. Assets shop entry.js is the one I've just found here, which is that one. And then it would be building all of these stuff. It hasn't built them yet because we're still, the script is still running down its merry way. And actually, in fact, this is what it's doing now. Yarn cache clean. Anyway, what I need to do is I need to bring this up in directory, and I believe it's that one, and I need to do open with, come on, open with Adobe Photoshop. Thank you. Right, let me, because this is going full screen, because usually when I've got Photoshop running, it usually goes massive. So how do I, there we go, get it a little bit more tighter. Okay, so image trim, that's what we need to do. Trim the transparent pixels. Actually, let's just bring this up into the middle. Scale it back a little bit, woo, so we can see it. Image trim. There we go. Trim, boom. Okay, that's good. File, export as. I've never used Photoshop whilst being on stream, so I know it's a resource hog. Let's keep it to a pong. It's huge, isn't it? It's ginormous. It doesn't need to be that big, surely. In fact, I don't actually know where it's going to go in the top left-hand side, but I don't actually know how big that is. It's a shame, really. I kind of would like to get this running first before we can play with that, but I would imagine it would be something in the region of 200, maybe, which will be that sort of size. Maybe a little bit bigger, 250. Come on, you. There we go. Yeah, I don't really want to increase that anymore. 250 by... Let's see if I can get it into a square. So 250 by 250. That would be good. Let's go canvas size. What are we on? Centimeters. Change that to pixels. Right. Actually, no, because that's the original width. Right, okay. Let's scale that down. Image size. Woo! .250 by 238. Okay. And then, so let's bring that back into play. And then image canvas size of, in millimeters, nope, in pixels, that's what I'm looking for. 250, that's what it currently is, and then 250 by the height, because that would be a square. Oh wait, hang on, that was not what I was after. No, that's not what I was after. Bear with me a second. Trim. Right, let's start again. Image size. This is still massive, isn't it? Alright, then image canvas size. So it's width of 250. Height, I want that 250 because I want it in the middle. But why is that? That's not what I wanted. That's not what I'm after. Is that? size. It's currently 250 pixels. And yet is that increasing the canvas size? Image canvas size. I want it in the middle. So it seems to be increasing that. Oh well, never mind. I'm just playing. Okay, they're up. Good. Right, because I don't actually know the size that it can fit. So let's take a look and see what's what. First up. So this here is the front end, and then this is the node. Then this is the PHP because it's using PHP FPM. Okay, fair enough. I totally forgot that. And then mailhog, and then the database. Okay, so that's the front end. So, right, the best way to get that running, I guess, is through... I guess the best way to get this to work, to actually load, is through... if I change my host entries, I think... So let's just do that. What is Docker machine IP of baked by pen? What? Docker machine IP. It does not exist. Oh, it's Docker. It's baked by pen shop. I think that's what I called it. There we go. Okay, 192.168.99.140. I guess I could just try and access that IP address, I suppose. Let's give that a go. No, that's Instagram. Okay, our first issue of the day. Okay. So that would be hitting here, I suppose. So can I do Docker logs -f of this one? Okay, we seem to have got a 200 OK, and then before that we got a 502. We're tailing the log, so let's just refresh that. Still an issue. Connection refused whilst connecting to upstream 192.168.99.1. I'm guessing somewhere in the configuration there is some hard-coded setting somewhere. Let me dig that out. That's the Docker file. It won't be in there. It might be in here. So yeah, I think is this trying to make an access request to the 192 localhost? Might be. It might be. So let me just see that error again. What did it say? It was fast CGI. So this is trying to get to the CGI, which is the PHP container, on port 9000, which would be this one, which would be PHP. Yes, it would be that one. So that is trying to connect to this through that IP address with that port upstream. Server baked by pen.local. Right, server baked by pen.local. .local is the address that has been set. Right. So somewhere in the code, this has been hard-coded somewhere. Let's take a look at the Docker compose. So no, not on the PHP side, not on the MySQL side, not on the Node side. The Nginx maybe. Default.conf. Okay, so that sounds about right. Could be in there. So let's go to Docker. Where would that be? That would be in here. Docker Nginx conf.d. and we're looking at dev.conf. There we go. Right, so that's where that lives. So I need a host entry of this to map to whatever the IP is, which is this. Okay, 2 seconds whilst I sort that out, because that's I should have done that before the stream, I think. Let me bring this over here a minute. Give me a second whilst I have a noodle around with my hosts. Sudo etc host file, sudo nano. Let's do the nano. Can't be bothered with Vim tonight. Put in the old password. Okay, what have we got? How to code well.local, a load of stuff for other projects. So let's put this up here. 192. What is it? Let's copy it. 192.168. 192.168. No, don't do that. Let me copy it, Mac. Thank you. Thank you. Right, 192.168.99.140 goes to, and what was the address? I would like to copy it, because these things, you hear everybody say, oh, you shouldn't be copying code. Oh, that's not the way to learn. But trust me, when you're playing with these kind of little things, even if I know how to spell this, I want to make sure I get it right. So, right, control, close on that to write and quit, which is control X. Yes, save the modified changes, and then somewhere on my history I have some magic. There we go. If you ever want to if you ever use a Mac and you want to reload your and you ever want to reload your host entry files, and you need to do it by the command line, this is how you do it. This here, that command, sudo kill, because you want to do it as a sudoer, kill all, minus HP, minus HUP, mdns responder. Do not ask me what this means. It just works. Right. Okay. So, if those things are in the right place, I should now be able to get to bakedbypen.local, and I should be able, fingers crossed, be able to see the website. I hope. No. HTTP. Oh, it's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. He says, whilst we wait. Talk amongst yourselves. Sylius is notoriously slow on dev mode because it's doing a whole ton of stuff. So, but the fact that this isn't timing out, it is thinking about stuff. I just want the page to load. That's all. I just want the page to load. An exception has been thrown during the rendering of a template. Channel could not be found. Tip: you can use the web debug toolbar to switch between channels in development. What? Okay, I think I know what's wrong. But the fact that we've landed on here is a good thing. I think I know what's wrong. Because what this has done, the build, it's if I step through it a little bit, just scroll up a bit, what I believe it's done is I don't think it's installed all the various bits and pieces it's needed for, although it has done a composer install. Okay, maybe it's done that. I'm just thinking like maybe it hasn't done everything it needs to do. Anyway, I have also dug out that I have created myself a make file. I just want to see if I can reverse engineer this a little bit, and then I'll get to the logo, I promise. I just want to get this site running. So I have Sylius install fixture, and Sylius create media. And then I have the installer. I think what I'm going to do is just run the installer, because this is going to install the fixtures as well. So let's do this. Through here. You must forgive me. I haven't used this project in a long time, so I'm a little bit rusty. Make install. Failed to resize using TTY. Okay, fine. Nothing to install or update. Executing script cache. How's everybody doing this week? You all had a good week? I've had a busy one. I've been working a lot on PHP scripts in Concrete 5 and also Symfony console scripts as well. Yeah, it's been interesting. Lots of challenges around performance and speed and running scripts and looping over lots of data and bringing lots of things together. But it's getting there. So I haven't actually been building anything like that is on screen, so to speak. It's mostly been script work. Sometimes that's just the way it goes, right? Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, sometimes you just need to take a step back and realize that you're actually living and not just working. Yeah. Are you do you do PHP as well, Liquid Oxygen? Are you a PHP dev, or do you tinker with like JavaScript and other things? This is taking an awfully long time to clear, isn't it? It's almost unnerving. I was thinking the other day that us web developers, there is so much more that we have to do these days than back in the old days, where it was just, you know, a bit of HTML and you would be embed a little bit of PHP, and if the client was lucky, there would be a database behind it. That would be a dynamic website. That would be a dynamic website. Oh, it's doing stuff. It's doing stuff. So, warning, this action will erase your database. Warning, this action will erase your database. Warning, this action will erase your database. Okay, fine. You go off and do that. Ah, nice. I've never used TypeScript, ever. I've used Flow, but not TypeScript. Cool. I wouldn't mind playing with that just to see what the deal is. I can't say I know of PeopleSoft, but that sounds cool. Is that like a recruitment thing, like some sort of HR thing? It sounds a bit sort of people orientated. Oh, good. Yeah. Cool. Right. Apparently, it's done. All right. So, what I'm going to do is refresh this page. Fingers crossed. Okay, Oracle ERP system. Yeah, interesting. Sweet. Yeah, I remember our Oracle. Oh, that brings me back. At university, I did an Oracle course. If there was any course to put you off databases, that would be it. It was just like the stuff we had to... There we go, the site's running. The stuff we had to hand in for our coursework was just reams and reams of paper of SQL. It was insane. It's like, yeah, of course. Yeah, the lecturer's going to read that. Of course he is. Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, here's my assignment. It's a book of SQL. Now go and compile that. Yeah. Anywho, yeah. So this we got the site working, which is good. Don't worry about this stuff here, this space here. This is because of the size of this. It's about there. So let's just get it off of the screen. There we go. So I want to replace this with that logo, and of course we've got to replace the header images and everything. I've changed the footer, although that needs to be upgraded and changed. We've got a bunch of sort of images that we need to we need to add. We need to change this header, so there isn't going to be like sort of a login, if you will. It will be like there'll be an account, but I think this will be down here a little bit. And we need to obviously tidy it. There's a lot of copy that we need to change. All of this stuff needs to go. One thing I did do though is it doesn't have any products in at the moment, but one thing I did do was I removed the old products because they were all cloves. I seem to remember. This is a project that I've been playing with for like a long time, but I haven't been doing it for a while. So, and I guess to give you some context, Baked by Pen sells baked goods. If you hadn't have guessed, so check these amazing feasts out. Really tasty goods. So it's going to be an e-com shopping cart, essentially, this site. And yeah, I guess the first thing I need to do is put the image in here, and slowly work down my backlog, which I've created here. So we've got adjust colors. I suppose what we could do is we could put some of these in. So adjust colors and font size. Touche. Selected for development. Remove clothing products. Yes. Categories. Some of this I've already done, I think. Restrict to UK only. I won't put stripe in there yet. Deploy, start to staging. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so back to Photoshop, I guess. Yeah. Good old Oracle. Although, you know, I'm complaining about Oracle, and I used it, say, I don't know, we're talking years, decades ago, so it's probably changed. Right, anyway, so what I want to do is I want to put this logo sort of here. That's what I want to replace it with. At the moment, if you go to bakedbypen.com, you'll go to the Instagram, because I set that domain forwarding up the other evening. So that's the Instagram, if anybody fancies drooling over these cakes and these brownies and tarts and all sorts of stuff. Right, so it's basically that, really, isn't it? But sort of here. That's essentially it. Okay, let me see. What is the image size at the minute? 250 by 238. That's okay. That'll be fine, I think. Yeah. All right, let's hit OK on this. And then we can change this up, right? We can change this up as it goes. So I'm going to export this as a Pong file. I wish this would give some sort of indication of this. Yeah, here we go. 125 3 KB. That's okay. That's okay. And here I can change the canvas size. Of course I can. I keep forgetting I can do this in sort of post. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. I should have just done this beforehand rather than faff about with the actual thing. You can obviously in Photoshop adjust the canvas when you're doing the export. I keep forgetting that you can do all these little tweaks. All right, so let's hit export on this one, and I'm going to just drag this over here and go to find the website in my mass of things. Shop, IMG, gotcha. Where does that live? It's not in public, it's in assets. Here we go, sorry. I was in the wrong place. Yeah, I want to put it in there. And I'm going to just call this logo. And I'm going to do logo 250 by 250. All right. Save. Okay, so that should be saved now. So if we come out of this, I'm not going to save the PSD. That's fine. It's just the same image, just a slightly different size of it, and that would live in assets shop. That's the one I've just created here. Logo. That's the original. So if I open this up now, there we go. That's the image as it is. That's not too bad. So how do I haven't used Sylius in such a long time. How do I go about putting that in as the logo? In the public directory that was just created through this, there is an assets shop, and then there is, I think it's images, and we've got, or is it in IMG? Here we go, logo.pong. So somehow, and this logo.pong is that logo, which would be, if I can find the right tab, this one here. I guess if we did view or sort of, what am I looking for? Developer tools. Just make sure that that is the case. Yes, assets, shop, image, logo. So I guess one thing I could do, I suppose, is just replace that with this. So in, but where does all of this get built? Because this is all ignored stuff, so this must be coming from somewhere. I think what I need to do is take a look at the Webpack and see how this is set up, the on-core stuff. So public build shop is where it's going to live, right? Public, and then I'm not sure where build is, but that's shop. The public path is build shop. That's confused me completely. There's no build. Okay, moving on. Shop entry, assets shop entry.js would be assets shop entry.js. This is the one we've seen before. And this is we're importing what looks like from their library. Okay. So that's importing Sylius bundle, shop bundle, resources, private, and entry. So where would that be? Maybe I can replicate this. Sylius. Bundle. Shop bundle. Resources, private. Here we go. Entry.js. Let's load that up. Okay, so we're importing JavaScript, shims for jQuery, Lightbox, semantic UI, all of this other jazz, and then we're importing the here we go, right down here. Importing Sylius UI resources, IMG, and then logo. So I bet there is some that is somewhere, and I reckon it's probably okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's not worry too much about reverse engineering this. I suppose one thing I could do is go to the Googles and just type in Sylius change logo. It might even be in the CMS. I doubt it though, but it could be. So the first step is to detect which template is responsible for displaying the logo and therefore which should be overwritten to customize. It's placed in the shop bundle. This is the stuff that we were just dealing with actually. Resources views header. So override it. You should create templates bundles, Sylius shop bundle header html.twig file, and then copy the original content. Next, replace the IMG element with a resource link to the logo or the properly imported asset image. Take a look at Symfony asset documentation. Okay, so it's off of that twig.path. Odd. So that would live in resources, views, header grid. Is that right? Is that what I'm looking at here? Header twig. I don't know what twig.path is. I reckon that's a typo. I reckon it's in layout, you know. I reckon it's in... I reckon it's sort of around here. It's placed in the shop bundle. Okay, we're in there. Resources views underscore header.html.twig.path. Don't know about that. So we're in the shop bundle. And resources views underscore header, which is here. And then we have a UI basic segment. And then layout.grid. Let me see. Does this match up with the actual DOM? It's actually below it, isn't it? It's below it. It's not above it, it's below it. Okay, so here we've got the menu, and then under that we've got a UI container. In that we've got a header. It's in the header. It's in the header. So now we've got the UI basic segment. That's what we've just seen. And then we have a UI 3-column stackable grid. And then we've got a column. It's in the column. It's in the column. So we need to find that UI stackable grid. I'm going to just search for it. Here we are. UI stackable grid is here. So then we call this template event shop layout header.grid. So could it be in here? Shop layout header Logo.html. That sounds something. That sounds like something, isn't it? That sounds like a possibility. I don't really know how that marries up to this though. Cyrus, however it's called, shop layout header grid. I'm not sure how that has come to this, but anywho, I reckon if I was to change this, that would change. But obviously we need to override this, of course. So we'll try that out. To override a template, we need to put it into our own resources, I believe. I think we can do that in SR. Can we do it in SRC? No, we do it in templates, don't we? Templates, bundles. Ah, look, I've already overwritten some things. So Sylius shop bundle, and then we've got the underscore footer. Underscore footer, this gives us a good anchor point. Underscore footer is somewhere here. Okay. Which means, therefore, we need to have a layouts folder because it's within the same tree, and within there a header folder, and then a logo folder, right? So we need to have, if this is correct, we need to have a layout folder in here, layouts, and then what was after layout? It was header, new directory, header. And then after header, inside header I should say, we should have the logo. So I'm going to copy that and paste it into here. This hopefully means that this file is now overriding this file, the file down here. Okay. So that's now going to assets shop img logo.pom. So the next challenge is to put the logo in a place where that can be found. So assets shop img. Does this mean that I can just create an img directory in here, img, and put in that in there, and then get the name? I'm making this up now as I go along, so if this works, it works. And make sure that you're changing the right file. So there would be that one, and then comma, and then here we would have baked by pen, like that. Right, let's refresh the page and see if anything has changed. Totally making this up. I don't even know if this is going to work. Not a clue. Hey Marco! Thanks for joining. Hope you're well. Have you had a good week? Have you had a good week? I can't believe it's Thursday already. Insane. Or it's nearly finished, it's Thursday. We're now nearly on to the weekend. So, okay, this doesn't appear to... Well, it's removed the logo. So, it's removed the logo. It seems to... I don't know what this is about. Sylius layout logo. It appears to have just removed that whole block. Begin event. Baked by pen. Okay, so something's coming up here. Alright, so I think... Right. So it's got the right thing. I've overridden the template correctly. It's just a case that the actual logo file itself can't be found. So how do we do that? Assets, shop, IMG, and then the logo. Do I need to do something with Webpack in order to say, look, there's logos in here? Let's have a look. Assets, shop, entry.js. That's the entry. It's resolving UI resources in the bundle. Public bundle admin. This is for the admin stuff. Do I need to say that this is within it, or do I pass in an import into here? Do I do imports? IMG logo. Would that work if I ran that now? So I guess I'm gonna have to run Webpack again or something. I can't just refresh it and it's gonna work. I don't think. I'm not sure if I have to watch the files or not. I don't know. Oh, it's been a while since I've been playing around with anything like this. I'll tell you. It's been. I find the more I get older, the more I have to refresh my memory just to pedal back a little bit before I can go forward. If that makes sense. Does anybody find that? It's a memory thing, I think. I'm glad it's not just me. I'm glad it isn't just me. What was I trying to do the other day, which was really embarrassing? I was trying to do... that's right. I was trying to lowercase some text in PHP. In PHP. So strut to lower, right? Strut to lower. I couldn't remember how to do it. I remembered how to do it in JavaScript. And I was like, PHP variable dot to lower. And I was like, no, PHP doesn't do dots. This is Python. And I was like, no, it's not even Python. That's JavaScript. Quick Google, how do you do a strut to lower? I felt so bad. It was so embarrassing. This still isn't coming through. Yeah, the intricate little differences between the languages are just, yeah. And what gets me, well, it doesn't really get me anymore, but it used to get me a lot, was, was the way PHP would have different parameters, different order of parameters for arrays. So you would have an array function, and you would have needle and haystack as the parameters of the array function call, and then in some cases you would have haystack and needle. That threw me all the time. Hey, Lonely Forest Cat, that's an awesome username. Thank you for popping by. I hope you're not so lonely now. How do I code well? That's an interesting question. That's an interesting question. Loaded question. Oh, come stay with us. We're friendly here. In fact, if you want to learn how to code well with a lot of friendly people, do forgive me for this self-plug, but let's just remind ourselves that we do have a Discord server. So if you do want to learn how to code, there's various people on there which will help you out, including myself, of course, when I can. We also do challenges, I should say. We do challenges every month, which I set, and it's Roblox in Lua. I've got to say that's above my head. Yeah, it's Python this month. Python this month. Whilst I'm talking about it, let's get the thing up. So Python, if anybody wants to learn Python, this is a fantastic month to start, because on the August challenge, this challenge, we are dealing with tuples, sets, there needs to be a comma there, sorry, sets, dictionaries, and strings. I might just put that in later. So these are three different parts of Python that if you're a Python developer you really should know. So it's very beginner friendly. The first challenge and the levels get increase in difficulty. So find the duplicates in a Python tuple, that's the first one. So this is a tuple, and you're finding the duplicates within them. So for instance, you would have 1, so it would say, for example, 1 is in the tuple 4 times because there's 1, 1, 1, and 1. And then level 2 is find the max and min of a Python set. So that's a set in Python, and you would find the maximum and minimum number. And then level 3 is a slightly more difficult one, and that is to create a function that counts the characters within this string. Row, row, row your boat. Remember the, was it a nursery rhyme or something? It was, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, merrily, something, something, something. Yeah. Anyway, so create a function that counts and returns a dictionary where you have the index being the character and its value being the count. So R is in this string 3 times, whereas B is in this string once. And you would continue on and include the rest of the characters within the dictionary. We haven't done many Python. I don't think we've done many Python challenges. I don't think so. Not on this for a while. Anyway, enough of that because I'm starting to scare people with Python. back to PHP and trying to work out how on earth do I override this here. I've got a feeling it's something to do with the way in Webpack I need to import this somehow. I'm not entirely sure. I reckon I could probably just get away with just calling this logo and it would be replaced. If I was to have a look at the logo in the original file, in the original place, which is back down in here again. So Cyrus in here, I keep calling it Sylius, I don't know if that's the right term, and it would be in SRC in the bundle, in the shop bundle. I can't remember whether it was a JPEG or is it my magic mouse on the blink. It's taking a while to move. In where would it be? Resources. Of course it would be in resources, and in views, and in, what do we say it was in? It was in grid. No. Layout. Header. Logo. It's a pong. So I reckon I could just get away with calling that logo. And then in here, call that logo. And I probably need to do an. I reckon actually I think what I need to do, of course, is do a node. A node thing. I need to do a node thing. That's what I need to do, don't I? Because I'm actually playing around with the JavaScript now. In the imports, I need to do a node thing. So I wonder if I need to do a watch or something. So that would be how would that happen? Have I got anything in my make files for this? Probably not. Oh, create media. All right, okay. All right. Let's try that. Thank you very much for following. You've got an awfully difficult username. Alzarir Faradi. Thank you for following. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm good. I'm okay. How are you doing? Any usernames that have that many A's and a Z, I'm okay. I'm trying to work out how. I'm trying to remember how I set this up. Let's do a make of create media. So that's done. Oh no! All that's done is created the MKP site. That wouldn't have done anything. Gosh. Okay. There's nothing here about that. Let's have a look at Yarn, because let's see if there's anything on Yarn. There's a gulp Babel.js. What's that about? There's a yarn.lock, but there's no yarn file here. And come to think of it, there's a package.json file here, but there's no node modules folder. What? Oh, here we are. There is. I tell a lie. There is one there. Right, so let's have a look at it. Is there any scripts that I can run in here? Let's have a look. Build lint watch. There we go. Let's do a watch. Let's see if there's anything in there that I can play with. So I guess I need to do this on the Docker container, right? So from here, I would do a Docker PS to get the. I got something in my eye. To do the get the thingies. Hey, King Melon Live has subscribed for 9 months. Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you very much, King Melon Live. No, so Exabyte is asking, did I tweet about this? No, I didn't. The thing is, I'm not sure if I should be just tweeting out for every stream, you know? Although one thing I didn't do, which I should have done, is I should have got the Discord server open. So yeah, I'm sorry, because then you would have seen it on the the whatever the status update thing is. You only love PHP. Well, that's all good, because we got a lot of PHP. We got a lot of PHP, Ali. I apologize for getting your name wrong. I really do. But yeah, we've got a lot of PHP on here, on these streams. He says, whilst I'm about to do a gulp watch and some Docker. But yeah, we do have a lot of PHP. I won't talk about the challenge this month. Right. So what do I need to do? I need to get into the container, docker exec -it, and we're going to get into, is it this one? Get into that one. I bet there's bash. I bet bash isn't installed. No, of course not. What about sh? Yeah, okay. Can I do, from here, can I do a gulp? I can do a gunzip. No. That's not what I want to do. Okay, public. Where's the website? Where did that website go? This is very weird. Assets shop. Oh wait, hang on. Isn't it in? I can find this out actually. It's in public. SRC's public. That's the volume. That's Nginx. No, that is what I need. Nginx. Public Docker Nginx. That's strange. Where is there's a whole node container. Huh. There's a whole node container, which is, and the volumes look like they're shared. Alright, maybe I should do that. That probably makes a bit more sense. So coming out of this container, let's go into the other one, which would be which one? That one. Right, now I'll do an ls. There we go. Okay. So can we do gulp on here? No, we can do gunzip, but we can't do gulp. Huh. Unless it's in node. No. I'm a bit confused. That's what I'm looking for. Node modules. Whoops. No, that's not what I'm after. No, alright. I haven't got it. I was thinking maybe it would have it in some sort of bin folder. Okay, so how then do I go about this? Because on here we have let's have a look at the Docker file. How did the Docker file do this? We compiled PHP and everything, fine. Then we did something to do with Composer, okay. Then down here we did something to do with the environment variables. Then we did something to do with an entry point. Okay, bit weird. Here we go. Copy the package.json to the current working directory. Yarn install, yarn cache clear. Do we have... Come out of that. Can we do yarn? Yes, we can. Okay, can we do yarn? Can we do yarn run? Yes, we can. We can do yarn... We can do yarn run... yarn run watch. Okay, so now it's watching. I was kind of hoping requiring external... Here we go. Watching the admin, watching the shop. Doing something to Babel. I'm looking for any kind of clues as to that image that I've just put through. Alright, let's just refresh the page in some sort of hopeful way. Hopefully that logo will appear. What's my favorite upcoming PHP feature? Oh, there's so many to answer to that. There's so many features. Do I only have to pick one? Also, what's the project? I assumed it was the HTC website. No, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not. This website here is a website that I'm building for my wife, in fact. It's Baked by Pen. My wife's called Penny. And she is going to, or she has started selling brownies. I don't know why that got replaced. Back to the original logo. But yes, check these out. These are her masterpieces. So you got brownies, blondies, tarts. I'm surprised I'm not the size of a house, I must say. Anyway, and some phyllo pastry there. I'm going to be making this website where you can order brownies and these baked goods. If I can speak. Yeah. And of course, Instagram wants me to log in. So yeah, it's a project that I did start a long time ago in terms of the code, but because obviously there's been a lot of stuff going on, and setting up the business and stuff, so it's only been recently that I picked it up again. Yeah, they are absolutely delicious, like insanely delicious. Like, why I'm not the size of a house, I've got no idea. These are nice, the lemon curd blondies. So the blondies are, I gotta get this right. So with the brownies, they're chocolate, right? Obviously, but the blondies are white chocolate. Ha 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 ha. I see you had some help convincing the client to let you stream the project. Lols. Do I do international deliveries? We'll see. These are sausage rolls, by the way, which are just lovely. Works of art. Anyway, so today I really want to get the logo, which is this on here. Obviously, we're not selling cloves. So yeah, I want to replace this somehow, and I'm not entirely sure how to do that. What I've done is I'm gonna just check the. Whoops, that was Siri. I'm gonna just check my mouse battery a minute. I'm a bit worried that my battery of my mouse is slowly fading because it's becoming a little less responsive. 61%. Can't see a problem with that. Nah, it's starting to get better now. All right, enough shenanigans. Right, what do I need to do? I was going through this, and then we did CMD watch. That's what we did on the command line, but it looks like this is doing it anyway. So let's come out of this, and this also, just give me my command back, please. Thank you. This also replaced the logo that I had with the original, which is weird. So I don't really understand. This. If we went to public and we went to assets, shop, IMG, and we had a look at the logo, it's still this. We need to replace this somehow with this one in here. And I was thinking that because we were following the structure, assets, and then it would be shop, and then IMG, and then logo.pong, it would be a replacement, but obviously not. I'm wondering if this here, this is calling the Sylius's resources, is somehow overriding this. Somehow, I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to have to go and have a look at the documentation, I think, and read through. So logo, you can start with the shop panel. The default templates are elegant and straightforward, but for sure you would like to make them unique. Blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's what I want to do. In the beginning, try a very simple but one of the most crucial changes: changing the display of the logo. Right. Well, it's taken me how long? And I still don't know how to do it. The first step is to detect which template is responsible for displaying the logo and therefore which should be overwritten. So that's what we've done. We've got that, by the way, is wrong. It's not that one. So to override it, you would create _header. I don't think that's right. We'll give it a go. We'll follow the documentation, I suppose. RTFM and all that. So that would be template. No, yeah, bundles. In here. This is correct, isn't it? Templates, bundles, yeah. And then we would have a header header. Is it _header .html? .swig, which is this one. Copy the original content. So, okay, let's go to vendor, down into back in here again. So Sylius, whatever. And templates, bundles, twig, no, src, bundle, shop bundle, resources, views. Right, so it wants me to grab that and it wants me to replace that. Okay. And then it says, copy the original content. Next, replace the img element. So it's not there. I don't know what that means. It's like this documentation is old. With a link to the logo or properly imported asset. Take a look at Symfony asset documentation for more info. To speed up your learning path, you can just put your logo into public assets directory. Just remember, it should not be committed to the repository or put on the server. It's just for testing reasons. Okay, fine. At the end of the customization, the overridden file would look like this. So we have UI basic segment, and then we've got here column. The stackable grid is here. I think this is what needs to be replaced, actually, because we've got the home page, we've got the layout header, and then we've got this. Interesting, this is Sonata block render event, whereas this is Sylius template event. So is there a way I can change this documentation to be the latest? Because I don't think this is correct. Latest 1.7. Yeah, I think I was just having a look at the old stuff. It's still Sonata. That's not what we need. Okay. Anyway, let's render URL. It's the shopping cart that I'm a bit wary of if I was to replace it. I guess what I can do is just copy that, paste this into here. Did that copy? There we go. I'm gonna just change that. Yeah, no, see, I don't think this is right. I reckon I need to do that. And that's going to assets logo. Something isn't right here. The documentation isn't up to speed, which is a pain. But let's take a look at the asset documentation. Internalization, web assets, using Webpack on-call to process web assets. Web assets, JavaScript and image files that make up the front end and look great. Webpack is the blah blah blah. Okay. Add a form buttons to the templates. Define your. This isn't anything that I need. The IMG element to the logo or properly imported asset image. See, I think this is where we're falling down. It's not importing. It's not importing. Let's just see if I can put something in here. So let's say we can do a test class, right? So if we refresh this and just had a look on the column to see if there's test, because I just want to make sure that we are actually overriding this. Yeah, this is a framework. This is a framework for e-commerce. Yeah, this is I'll put a link in the show notes below. I say the show note like this is a YouTube video. I'll put a link in here. There we go. So it's an e-commerce platform for Symfony. Yeah, so we've overridden the template because we now have the test class, which is really, really handy. Okay, Exabyte. I will grab some more water, and as I grab another water, I will think about my two favorite features of PHP 8. But I want to know yours. All right, I want to know yours. So you let me know yours. I'm gonna grab a water, and then I will let you know my favorite features of PHP 8. There's so many. Right, bear with me a second whilst I go and grab some water. Okay. I've thought of two. I've thought of two. They're not those. Those are good ones. Union types. Yeah, union types are good. And null safety. Yep. But my two are named parameters, or named arguments, or however you want to call them. So what we're doing here, I'll put a link down in here. This is a really good blog for finding out the latest. So yes, this is an interesting example of set cookie. It means that you don't have to do these silly things where you have like sort of an empty string as a parameter. If you don't need it, you can just literally say what your parameters are, which is great. So named arguments, named parameters are it's definitely my favorite. I'm gonna say something that will probably terrify you. I worked on a project once. No joke. The project was very old. It was about 14 years old. And it was legacy. It had no framework. And anyway, one of the classes I found, and there was a lot of these similar classes, had a function that had 25 parameters. 25 parameters in this function call. And of course, a lot of them were null. So you literally had to. What I was doing was I was copying the function signature. I was copying the function signature to the place above where I was do the function call, just so I could count the numbers of parameters I would have to null before I set the parameter that I was using. Yeah. Those horrible things exist. And this would have been just so much easier if I could have just said, I only want to name that parameter and that parameter. I'm not worried about the other 20 or so parameters that are all null and null by default. So that's my first one. Yeah, 25. It was insane. 25. Nuts. That's my first one. And I guess the second one, which is kind of similar to this, in the sense of, in terms of a trend of, making my life easier, is let's see, I've got to get the names right. It's constructor. I can't spell it. Property promotion. Again, Stitcher is a really good blog. I'll post this one in as well in the link. So property promotion allows you to promote your properties, I guess, in the constructor. So before, you would do something like this, right? So you would have in your construct, you would have these properties. So there's 3. So these arguments, I should say. Name, email, and birth date. And then in the actual body of the constructor, you would say this name is equal to name, this email is equal to email, and this birth date is equal to birth date, right? We've done this for yonks. And then, of course, you have all of this up here. Now, anyone looking at this with clean, fresh eyes would go, hang on a minute. Aren't we doing a lot of the same stuff? You hear all these things about, clean code and everything. And readable code, we have duplicated the fact that that's a string, like once, twice. Same with this one, same with the date, once and twice. So now, this is what we do. Which I just think is, it's far more readable, because you're not having to, there's no fear here of Sorry, there's no fear here of human error. You only declare that is a string once. So, for instance, you could say that's a string, but then you could say that that's an int or something by mistake. And if your IDE isn't set up to pick that up, then you'll have problems. Going back to the old legacy app that I was talking about with the 25 methods, it would be a struggle to work out, because that was PHP 5.4, which we upgraded to 5.6, which we upgraded to 7.2. Yeah, you basically had to guess what these things were. So any little improvement like this, which makes life easier to read and write code, I think is amazing. So essentially, what you do is you put in the curly braces here, and what it's doing is it's just saying, well, you know, you're running the constructor, so you're setting these properties essentially. And you know, there are things in here like no duplicates allowed, right? So again, you're reducing the code, making the code footprint smaller. You can, if you want, to have untyped properties if you so wished. But again, you mentioned some really good ones there. You said union types and nullable. What did you say? Union types. Yeah, union types and null safety. Yeah. And you can set defaults if you wish. Can I have a third one, please? Can I have a third one? Because there's another one that I would really like, that I'm looking forward to. And that is match. PHP match. That's preg match. PHP 8. So I'll put this one in the show notes in here. So if I could have a third one, it would be this. Hang on. No. It wouldn't be null safe attributes. Come on, where are we? Match. The match expression. Here we go. Yeah, you could call it the big brother of the switch expression. It can return values, doesn't require a break statement, and can combine conditions, uses strict type comparisons, and doesn't do any type cohesion. Yeah, it's let's get to the detailed bit over there. So for instance, this is a typical switch statement, right? So you would pass in a status code and you would go through the motion. So if it's case 200 or 300, then you would set the message to null and then you would break out of it. However, if it was 400, you would say it's not found. If it's 500, server error, and then the default would be unknown status code. And then you would do this in the match. I mean, come on. It's just beautiful stuff. It really is. It's really good stuff. I'm dead excited for this. So you would pass in the status code again. Then here you would have a comma separated list of values that you want to match against, and then almost like an array, where you would have the index and the value. You would say, well, those correspond to null. That's what was going to be returned. So match is equal to null if the status code is 200 or 300. No need for a break. And then you would have the 400 server as not found, 500 is server error, and of course you would pass in default, which is a keyword internal, and that would be unknown status code. I mean, from that to this, all of the things I've mentioned have reduced the code size, and I dig that. I really do. I dig that. But there's tons, right? There's absolute tons of stuff in PHP 8 that I'm so looking forward to. The new static return type, the new mixed type as well. That's going to be crazy. Loads of different stuff. I think I've put that in the link. Yeah, so I've never used Colton. I've never used that, so I don't. I didn't realize that it existed. Yeah, but I mean, I created a switch statement today, and I was looking at it just thinking, this could be so much better. This could be so much better. But I'm also looking forward to using the JIT and just giving it a run. And just seeing how quick I can do stuff. So what I want to do, because we have the HTCW site that it's got 245 tests at the moment. What I would love to do is time those tests in PHP 7.4 and then time them again in PHP 8 and do a comparison. I actually, as we're talking about PHP 8, let's just switch gears a minute. I have been playing with it. So if we go over to the API here, it's coming out in November. I've actually got it. I'm going to bring it up. I've actually got it. So I did this piece of work the other week. Right, you'll have to bear with me just a second because I think I need to pull it down from the old Git. So let's do fetch, because I don't think I've actually got it on this machine. And then there should be if I can find it, remote branches. Show. Aha, here we go. Right, check out. Give me a second. Why has that changed? What have I done in here? Bear with me a minute whilst I just let me just commit this. Sorry. Let me commit this and then I'll pull down the branch. Adding, it was the db dump. db. Alright, and I'll push that up. I forgot to set that. Right, I have a branch called PHP 8. So we'll just bring that up. Check that out. So can you see features PHP 8? And in what I've done in the environments, I think I've done it in here. Yeah, so running PHP 8, 00 Alpha 3, Apache Buster. Yeah, so let's build that. Let's build that. I'll switch gears. I will come out of this. So let's do a Docker. Actually, let's do an eval code. It is how to code well. There we go. System API. PHP 8. Let's do a Docker machine env of how to code well site, because I need to switch to the other VM. Evaluate that, then do a Docker ps-a to get the containers. Okay, so at the moment we have just got the APIs and the API and the CMS. This is the HTCW stuff that I did mention before. Let's do a Docker compose up -d -build, and what that will do is it will go to our Docker compose file here, and it will pull down this Docker file, environments API, or it won't pull it down, it will build this from here, which is the new PHP 8. Because if I did Docker images, we should see that we've got PHP these two. I think I've removed the actual base image, but that would be PHP 7. Yeah, so let's just do a docker compose up -d -build. Okay, there we go. It's building that. It's pulling it down. And what I'll do whilst this is doing that, I'm going to go to docker PHP, and in here, I don't mind that this stream has now totally derailed into PHP 8. I'm totally cool with that. Totally cool with that. So PHP. Oh, what am I doing here? Sorry. In tags. In these tags, there is somewhere down here. Yes, so we've got the beta 1, and then we've got the FPM, and I'm running off of alpha, so I could upgrade this. Ooh, I might do that. I didn't realize that the when was that? 41 minutes ago. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I didn't realize that was pushed. Okay, I'm gonna grab that and see if I can use it. So that's Apache Buster. That is ZTS Buster. I'm looking for that's 749. That's 8RC. It's probably be better getting the RC, to be honest. Apache Buster RC. Yeah. All right. We'll wait until this this runs through. It's downloading the bits and pieces at the moment. Yeah, I remember upgrading a PHP 5 app to PHP 7.2, and it was lightning. It was like super fast compared. And this is like, I know I keep saying that I'm a Docker fanboy, to be honest. I'm a Docker fanboy, and I know I keep harping on about how good Docker is, but really, like, to upgrade PHP, all I had to do was change that. I just had to change that one line, and I've upgraded PHP. Yeah. Oh, I also had to comment out Xdebug and Peckle as well, because the problem is, you see, is that a lot of the extensions and obviously the packages that one uses will not be will not be compatible. Oh, sorry, Exabyte. What questions were those? Let me go up and scroll up. So yeah, when it's coming out in November this year. And when can we expect major server providers to support it? Wasn't it only recently that one of the Linux Debian repos only put 7.3 in, or 7.4 in, sorry. So it's really up to them, to be honest. But if you're running Docker, then it's up to your discretion, really. Personally, I wouldn't use it in a production environment for at least maybe 3-4 months after it's actually gone live. So I would probably, because what happens is there's obviously going to be some bugs. I mean, it's a piece of software. There's going to be bugs. You're going to have to go through a bit of pain before it becomes like stable in the sense that it's being used in anger. So I would pretend, if it really depends on the project, of course, but if it was a personal project, it'd be fine. You know, it'd be something that you can just do. That'll be okay because it'll be on your back. But if it was a project that really risked losing a hell of a lot of money because of downtime, then I would probably hold off PHP 8 simply because it's a major version. And I remember, like I said, upgrading this application from PHP 5 to PHP 7, and there was an issue that to do with sessions, and it was the way the code had been created before that handled sessions in a very weird way. So yeah. Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, bear with me a sec. Let me grab that for you. Bear with me a minute. If we go to YouTube's, if we go to playlists, there we go. Right. Let's change the playlist to be web development courses, and we're looking for this one. So I'm going to grab a new tab, open in a new tab, and this is probably going to throw an advert in my face. There we go. Right. Here we go. I'll paste that in. This is a course that I created a while back, which covers everything Docker. So Docker containers. So let's just, I can't skip that through. Can I open this up in, I want to get this larger if I could. It's that one there. If I clicked on that, what do we do? Here we go. That's a better one. I'll put this in as well. Sorry, use this link instead. So what we've got here, so Docker containers versus images. So, you know, a discussion and a demonstration of what the difference is between a Docker image and a Docker container. Making changes to your Docker images. Tutorial 3 is about executing commands within a container. And then 4 is container names and some container tips. 5 is searching for Docker images against the Docker Hub. 6 is changing your user within a Docker container. 7 is copying files from a container. 8 is about exposing container ports. 9 is container host names. And 10 is handling the volumes. Yeah. And then there's some sort of promo stuff for Docker in Motion. But you mentioned about the price of Docker in Motion. Let me grab something for you. Let me go to, let's open that in a new window. Bear with me a second whilst I do all this, bringing up loads of tabs. Bear with me whilst I grab. And of course, the course that you're talking about is Docker in Motion, which is this one. And I have a link here, if I can find it. Docker in Motion. Drag that out. Okay, yeah. This link will get you 40% off if I copied that and pasted it in here. So this is 40% off. There you go. So yeah, check that out. Check that out. My mouse is getting really It's jumping about. It's annoying. Yeah. So there's the YouTube playlist, and there's a link in the chat to get you some monies off. Unfortunately, I don't control the price of this, of course. So yeah, that's that. Have we got this? Is it still doing its thing? It's still downloading. Ugh, it's taking ages. Oh, I did a Docker build, didn't I? And I didn't specify which container to build from. Let's just get rid of that for a minute. Docker ps-a docker exec-it of this one going in as bash php-v still 7. Hang on a minute. Whoa. Did that not build correctly? Hang on. Docker compose up build. We can pass in this. Maybe. Hang on. Just double checking something. Where are we? So we've got that through. That's the ID. Oops. And what I'm looking for here. Yes, can you see the IDs are different? So I'm looking for the ID that corresponds this. Has it been set? 7.2. Of course it would be like that. Bear with me a second. Whilst I make it a bit flatter. No, I don't think that has been changed. 765. And it would be this one. Or this one. No, okay, I'm gonna have to just run that again, I think. No problem. It'll just fly through. No worries, don't worry. If anything like that comes up, just give me a shout, alright? That's fine. Like the channel has, and this is the thing that I really am frustrated about with YouTube, to be fair, is there's so much content I have that isn't being distributed. And I guess it's my fault, to be honest. I'm probably not doing a good enough job with the thumbnails and the titles and descriptions and all of that jazz. So there's like PHP, Python tutorials, JavaScript tutorials, NPM tutorials, tutorials on AWS, tutorials on PHP and MySQL as well, and various other bits. Oh yeah, it's pulling Node. I just want to get it and play with it. I know, right? I know. Yeah. Which is why I want to create my own gig. Which unfortunately I'm not going to be able to. Could I show you? I did put it up to staging the other day. Is it still there? Staging dot. I think I may have torn it down. Let me bring this back up. Let's bring that up on another tab and go into infrastructure, and then run. What's the command? Make create. Yeah, let's bring up the AWS servers. and then make apply, and then make install. Yeah, so this, on the right hand side, we are installing AWS infrastructure, and on the left hand side I'm building everything with PHP 8. So on the right is going to be, yeah, that's correct. Let's see if my bandwidth can cope with this. And I need to just refresh my memory. Let's go over to infrastructure. Yep, new window. And yeah, these are because I'm using Terraform and Ansible now for the deployment, and these are the deployment scripts. So install all will install all the things. The gateway, the API, the portal. Will install all. I can't remember. Have I got that running through? If I did provision. Yeah, it is running through the portal. Git clone docker compose run. Yeah, so that should work. Okay. So we'll wait for that to run through. So this is actually building what's the best place to host Docker containers? AWS Lightsail. I guess you could do it like that. Yeah. I mean, what I'm doing right now, I'm literally building AWS instances. So I've just spun up an EC2. I've given it some storage. Let's just take a look at the provisioning. So I'm not using Lightsail, I'm just using an AWS CC2. So on here, in the playbook in the main.terraform file, I've created an AWS instance which is an EC2. Passed in a particular instance type. This is in a variable, of course. And then adjusted the volume size, applied some security groups, tagged it with staging, and then I'm doing some provisioner stuff to put in a swap file, install Python, which means that I should be able to access the EC2 instance with, Ansible. So once this gets done on the right hand side, I should be able to have access to those boxes, or to that box. So all of these commands are running against I think I'm gonna have to. That's fine. All right. So on the left hand side, this is proper multitasking now. On the left hand side, we have what appears to be, okay, and that's done as well. All right, which one do I choose? Let's do the PHP 8 one first. Docker ps-a, and I'm gonna have to drag this out a little bit so I can see. Some of them have exited. Well, that one has at least. I want to jump onto docker exec-it going in as that bash php-v. It's PHP 8. We have PHP 8 installed. Woo-hoo-hoo! Awesome. Okay, do you want to see things fail? If I did something like let's come out of the container. Well, no, let's stay in. Composer update -- dry run, right? So it's not actually going to do an actual persistence of an update. It's going to just see what needs to be updated. That's going to take a sweet bit of time, I think. So we'll keep that going on the left, and then this on the right is the AWS stuff. So I'm going to do make. We've done make create. I think it's make install all. So now this is going to run through the Ansible scripts that I've created. Aha, here we go. Yeah, you can see a bunch of stuff. So that's, we'll let that go off on the right. So that's dealing with AWS. Here, we've got an issue that, so first up, we're running Symfony 4.4, and really I need to upgrade that to 5. But we can see here that this package requires anything up to 7.4, so it doesn't satisfy. So straight off the bat, it doesn't work. Oh, thank you very much for raiding White Panther. Thank you. Oh, that's very kind of you. I hope you had a really good stream. Thank you.
Hello, coders.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. This is brilliant. I'm currently working through, I'm pushing some stuff up to AWS at the moment on the right here. And then on the left, I'm just playing around with PHP 8, you know, as you do. Thank you very much for following. I really hope you had a good stream.
Hello, coders.
Oh, this is brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, so on the right here, if I can drag this, my mouse is getting, I need a better mouse. Come on. Yeah, drag this out. All right, so this is going through a bunch of Ansible scripts. We've just installed the AWS infrastructure via Terraform. And this is a PHP API stroke CMS. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. This is brilliant. Oh, the emotes are going off. It's brilliant. Thank you. Let's just see if we can do it. Let's just see if we can do it. Hello, coders. Did I do it right? Hello,
Hello, coders.
Do it with this hand. Brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah, fellow UK streamer. Yeah. Yeah, I'm from Gloucester. Gloucester. Are you you're UK based too, right? Where in this fine country are you? Western Superman. No worry. No way. Wow. Yeah. And a fine beach you have as well. Brilliant. Oh, that's great. That's brilliant. So I suppose what we can do on here is, yes, we know that we can't upgrade Composer packages because of the PHP requirements, but I guess what we could do is we could test what we already have. Now this is going to go horribly wrong. So we could do, for instance, bin. Actually, let's come out. Shall we come out of the container? No. Let's come out of the container because I can use my make files. So make tests themselves. This will obviously run PHP. This will run PHP Beautifier first. Then it will run PHP MD for mess detection, which it's just done. So there's no mess. Excellent. Now it's failing because it's just trying to run PHP Stan. So there's a bunch of stuff that's I need to work through. So private methods cannot be final as they are never overridden by other classes. Yada 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 yada. But let's see if we can actually get the test. So I've got make test unit. So let's run the unit tests, and I think we've got like how many of those do we have on this project? It's something like I want to say 200, but no, 192 almost. And you can see already that there is a bunch of stuff that needs to be fixed. Some syntax errors. These are mostly to do with the tests themselves rather than the code. Now I know all of this works perfectly, beautifully fine in PHP 7.4, but you know it's interesting to see what breaks in PHP 8. Of course, we've got we don't just have the unit tests. We can of course do test of say the test integration. Oh, sorry, I need to do make test and then integration. Oh, that's gone bang. Okay, I might have to look at that. Something to do with it's always Node. It's always Node that fails. Pulling from status downloaded newer Docker image failed. I don't know. It might not be Node. I'm just blaming Node. Something. Lots of red horrible mess. Yeah, I'll have to work through that at some point. So what I ran here was an integration test. So these integration tests test the integration between the database and the controllers to make sure that certain fetch routines are working and we can insert and add certain things to the database. And we've got some issues here already, which is annoying. And of course, if we ran the API tests, we'll have even more problems. So we got 45 API tests, and a lot of them will fail. Is that a yellow elephant from Sunshine? It is. It is. Yeah, Sunshine. I was at Sunshine PHP, obviously not this year, unfortunately, although I had planned. Yep. Really good, yeah, all of these are failing. Really good conference. And I've had Adam Culp on the podcast for a few times as well. I guess I should say, for anybody who's just watching who hasn't come to this channel before, welcome. I have a podcast on Friday, and on some days I have guests on the show, and I also teach code on the YouTube channel, which is How to Code Well. We also have a Discord server, which is here. And I like teaching code. I like to talk about code. I've been a developer for 20 years. I'm a freelance developer at the moment. At the end of every month at the start of every month, sorry, we have a coding challenge. So if there's any Python developers out there who want to take part in this challenge, take a look at this. If we went to here. Coding challenges.howtocodewell.net. This month is a Python challenge, and it's sort of beginner friendly. It's all about tuples and dictionaries and strings and sets. I'll put a link in the chat if anybody's interested. If you're interested in learning Python or want to brush up. And the way these challenges go is that you have different levels, and the levels get harder as they go. So the first level here is to find duplicates within this Python tuple. All right, so here you would have 4 ones within these within this tuple. Level 2 is to find the min and max value of a Python set. and level 3 is to count the characters within the string, creating a function that returns a dictionary where the index is the character and the value is the count of the amount of characters of that index. So yeah, and what I do at the end of each month is I review them. I do a code review live on Twitch, and then I put it onto on the How to Code Well YouTube channel. So if you're interested, and we've done the last couple of challenges were really like JavaScript heavy, and we did. I'm trying to find an example. I think March has got one. Yeah. So we actually built JavaScript games. That was proper fun. That was real fun, and I'm hoping to do more sort of projects that span the months in the future. So yeah. Oh, brilliant. That's really good. Okay, so yeah, this is still failing. Still failing, and I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to have to take this off stream, I think, and have a little look. Not entirely sure. This is such a difficult output to read. Libraries have been installed in... I'm going to probably have to pass this into a text file and then grep this. Anyway, whatever. I will destroy the AWS boxes. So let's do make destroy. Mohahaha. This will destroy those EC2s. Oh wow, look at that. Massive output there. Whew. On that one. I just wait for this to roll through and then hit yes on this. And then what I'll do as well, whilst that gets destroyed, destruction complete. I like that. We're going to spin this back to the develop branch, I think. Yeah, I know, right? I know. So originally we were working on this Sylius site, and this Sylius site, which is Symfony based. This is a new project that I'm building for my wife. She does a lot of baking, as you can see. This is all of the awesome goodness that she's come up with and created. And I'm building this website, which is an e-commerce shopping cart. It's very bare at the moment. It's very basic. And what I'm trying to do is try and work out how to adjust some of the templates. One being the logo. So yeah, let's get back onto that rather than jumping about. Let's get rid of that one, and that's all done. So that's good. Oh, awesome. I will change the machine. We'll stop the How to Code Well machine, and we'll start the other one. Oh, that's really that I would have loved to have been like a little bug on the wall to hear that conversation about PHP 8 and their plans. Yeah, that sounds really good. Yeah, I'm digging that. We had a conversation earlier about our top favorite PHP 8 features coming through. Yeah. What are yours? What are yours? Do you have any features that you're dying to use? I'm gonna I'm gonna do a Docker machine env of Bake My Pen. Oh, if it's recorded, then that would be amazing. Please let me know. Yeah. Okay, let's eval that. and then docker ps-a. Okay, so now we're back to this project. Union types, yeah, that's what the others said earlier. Union types. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen this blog, but the Stitcher blog. It's got all the bits and pieces in here, and we were talking about the named arguments. That's one that I'm really looking forward to, and also the property promotion. Really looking forward to that, as well as the match as well. Yeah, as you just mentioned, the property promotion. Yeah, and the Docker images are available, right? So, like this one, for instance, which I'm itching to play with, but I must work on brownies. Yeah, interesting. That's an interesting subject. Would you get into it through Symfony or Laravel? My gut feeling is on that is to understand the language first before getting into frameworks, and I'll say that with both JavaScript and PHP and Python. Learning the fundamentals first, because if you go too deep with a framework without actually understanding how things work under the hood, then you're learning through the eye of the framework rather than learning from the ground up, if that makes sense. But lots of people have done it. It's just sometimes because you've learned it through the framework, you're going to have to fill in a lot of gaps that the framework doesn't give you. And also, you'll be coming away from that framework thinking that is just the way it happens when you're actually using an opinionated framework. Cool. I would really like to get this logo up. That would be the icing on the cake, pardon the pun. But I still am unsure how this works. So I'm doing a bit of, no, we're not in that project anymore. We're not in that project anymore. You can tell the different tangents I've gone on today. Here, okay, we've got the logo, and we want to put that logo into the header section here. Before I go any further, I've just noticed I'm not running this in a branch. I should do that. Tut. So I'm going to just quickly create one now, and we're just going to call this features and then logo. Thank you for that, Exabyte. Yeah, I will. I need another one, I think. Yeah, being proficient in a language, above all, is that's why on the How to Code Well YouTube channel there is so many tutorials that are like vanilla JavaScript or vanilla PHP. There's not many that are targeting specific frameworks, and from a content creator's point of view, that's a bit of a challenge because it's not the trendy stuff. You're using the boring old grey, bog standard language. You're not saying, oh no, check out this new framework. But people need to learn these things before they can understand how to code well. Haha. Okay, right. How do we get this logo in? So assets shop img logo. Assets shop img logo. is here, okay? But it's not being picked up through Webpack, I don't think. And that is the thing that is causing this to fail. If I was to, let's just get back to here and refresh a minute. Yeah, sorry, my bot is very aggressive when it comes to links. Right, this thing here needs to change, and we've managed to update the DOM here with this, but we can't seem to change that. So, and this is running off of logo.html, which is this. So I think we can get rid of that. And yeah. So how do I make my assets available when I do a build? I mean, first up, let's do a build, right? Let's do a build. That's probably a sensible thing to do to start with. Because I guess essentially what I need to do is put this into the public section, which is down here. But of course, this is built automatically, so I can't do that. In the logo here, it's just this. In entry.js, I have moved. I have put that into here. What happens if I just remove that? I'm just playing now. I'm just playing. So if we did a refresh, I don't know if this is doing a hot reload. Well, no, it won't do a hot reload. I mean, I don't know if this is watching those changes coming through. I guess I could do a docker logs -f of, say, which one? This one, which was this one here. Okay, so it looks like it is looking for things. So it's reloading the CSS. It doesn't give me a time of when that happened, but what I can do is pass in some blank space here. Just so when I scroll down I can see if there's anything changed. Although it does say it's finished, so maybe not. Maybe it isn't watching it. And anyway, the refresh didn't put that through. So what I'm going to do is jump onto that box, that container, docker ex, well, first of all, what is it? Docker ps-a, docker exec. There's been so many containers tonight. it, and it is this one. And I want to run bash, if there is bash. No, there's probably sh though. Yep. And I guess we've got yarn, we've got run. I've done this, haven't I? Yarn run. Did I do a build? I think I did a watch last time, so let's do a build. So it is starting the build, and it looks like it is processing the assets, public assets, node module path, building admin images, building admin JS, building the here we are, building shop image, starting build shop image. Where is that then? I wonder if that's like some command that, like a sub command, if you will. Let's have a look. Let's go to the package.json. I ran that. It would be in Webpack probably, unless it's a gulp. It might be in gulp. Build admin, build watch admin, build shop. That's watch shop. Okay. Doesn't seem to be one for the IMG though. Anyway, that's apparently done. So if I refresh this, do we get anything? This is very trial and error. This at the moment is just a shop site. It doesn't have a brochure side of it yet, but we're considering doing that, having some sort of like having some sort of description about the actual things. No, that didn't go through. That's a shame. Okay, so that didn't grab that. Huh. Okay. I may have to go back to the documentation once again. Have I still on entry? I'm commenting out that, and that doesn't appear to have changed a thing. Let's do a shift refresh of this. Yeah, that's the plan, right? So this is kind of like the website before the website, if that makes sense. So we've purposely made these look like proper good because we want these to be, and these are cropped. So for example, like imagine that, but a lot longer, and that being sort of here, if you will. Yeah, I'm not a designer. And my wife has taken all the photography, so I can't claim anything here. I just know I'm going to be the size of a house by the time this project is done, because I get to test everything. Yeah. She made gluten-free and vegan blondies today. And I'm not sure if there's any. Yeah, these. She made these today. So these brownies, and the person didn't want them cut up. So she made those, and they're vegan and gluten-free. But she normally makes these. These are blondies, and they're blondies, and they're blondies. Blondies are like white chocolate brownies, whereas the chocolate brownies are obviously brownies. Yeah, and then some bread that she made and some phyllo pastry. All good things. Sausage rolls. Yeah. Crumpets. Was that a coffee cake? A walnut cake? Friend's birthday cake. A pie. Pancakes. Yeah. And Murphy makes an appearance. Can we see that again? Murphy, there we go. Murphy makes an appearance. I can't get there until before this drops down, but yeah. Murphy's my dog. How does this work? I feel like I'm missing some massive trick here. And I feel like this should be obvious, you know? I feel like this should be like the most obvious thing. I don't understand. Unless one of my paths is wrong in the Webpack config. Public build shop set output path. So that's the output. Set the public path. Add the entries. Shop entry. Assets shop entry.js. Okay. And then this is again for the admin stuff. Okay, we don't worry about that. We're resolving Sylius or Cyrus or however you pronounce it. UI resources. That's the alias. Okay. Resources private. I don't know. I don't know. It's certainly not public. Templates is what we've been overriding. That's the logo HTML that we've sorted out here. There's also a folder in here called themes. I'm not too sure what that's for. Translations, yeah, that's fine. I would have thought that it would have gone into the assets and we would follow the path of shop img and then put in logo here. So I'm not entirely sure. Are your changes getting synced to the Docker container? Ah, that's a good question. That's a very good question. Let's have a look.
Hello, coders.
Assets, shop, img. Yeah, we've got the logo in there, so they are going in. But in good way of good shout. Good shout. Good spot. Thank you for following Awesome Us East 1. Thank you. Or AWS US East 1, I should say. I believe it gets included when... Yeah, that's true. Okay, I am kerfuddled here. I'm confuddled. So, unfortunately, this documentation is old. So it's saying to do this, which doesn't exist, or it's different. And then here it's saying to speed this up, you can put it into the public assets directory. But I don't want to do that because, you know, obviously the public assets directory shouldn't get committed. Which it says it here should not be committed. So I don't understand why they've put that in. A custom logo should now be displayed on the header panel. Should it really? And that's going to assets logo. Assets logo. I wonder, because maybe the paths are the same as what they were before, maybe I should just change it up. So maybe instead of calling this shop, maybe we should just bring this up to, or img, bring it outside of img. So it's here. Let's get rid of img for a minute and bring it up a level up. So from this point of view, change that from img, remove img, so it's just here. Oh wow, half midnight. Yeah, take some have a good night's sleep. Yeah, hope you sleep well. Wake up and work for the morning. Yeah, don't ruin your Friday. You don't want to be ruining your Friday. So this here. Okay, I'm rebuilding this. Maybe it's the events that are killing it. 4 a.m. Blimey. It's 11:30 at the moment where I am at, or 35 minutes past. Yeah, take care. Thank you for joining today. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is interesting. We've just replaced this assets shop logo, and it's not there. So, the logo isn't in this spot. I'm going to take a look at the Webpack once more, because I think it needs to be build shop. That's the public path, build shop. But we're in development mode, we're not in production mode, so I don't know if yeah, here we go. I don't think that counts. Let me just quickly Google something. Webpack change image reload. Loading images. Import icon from icon. That's in here. So we are going into, oops. Entry point, that's what I'm looking for. Entry. Which is in here. So assets shop logo .png. There is no like space or anything daft. No, there isn't. That's fine. Add the image to our existing div. So that's doing it through JavaScript. Okay. Not too worried about that. Loading fonts, global assets. Yeah, brownies for the win. Brownies for the win. I can't believe this is proving to be so difficult right now. Oops. That's 2016. Why is this thing? How do I change the logo? 2015. Yikes. Is that going to take me to the same place? Methods and templates. One of the first things is template overriding inside the templates bundle directory using the method yada yada yada. How to customize templates by overriding. How to customize templates via events. How to locate template events. Yeah, because this is what I reckon it's the events, you know. Because if we went over to wherever thing is gone. Here we've got different events, so I'm wondering if it's knocked out by this. I tell you what I'm going to do, just to belt and braces it. I'm going to create a header in here, and I'm just going to have hello world. So I'm not even going to bother having the logo. I'm just going to have that. Let's refresh this for a second. just knock out these events if I can. God, it takes so long to reload on dev. Try a relative path rather than an absolute path. Okay. See, I don't know why. Maybe that I thought that would have worked. Oh, hang on. I am. All right, I'll keep that in there for a second, and I'll just try that relative path. I can do this through here. So let's change that. No, that didn't do anything. Let's bring that over into the layouts. There we go. Come on. Why is it taking so long? Why is it? It doesn't. There we go. Right. So from here, can I please pass this in? Okay. So assets shop logo. Okay. Assets shop logo. Please. Having to take things back to basics. I bet this comes back with the default logo. Gosh. Running this in dev mode is a slog, isn't it? It's a real slog. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. The suspense. No, this isn't going to happen. Come on. No, it's not. And I tell you what, I know why it isn't working, because it's not being pushed into the public directory. So if we went to the public directory, which is in here, and we went to assets shop, it's not there. It's not there. However, if I was to grab this and do something that I shouldn't be doing, but if I was to put this into here, for instance, and then refreshed, sorry about this, it's gonna another decade before that goes through, it should be there. So there's it's a Webpack thing. It's some sort of JavaScript. It's not pushing the asset into here for some reason. And it's running. It's using watch. It's on watch. So as to why it's not doing it, I don't know. Unless I need to create myself my own little segment within Webpack. See, now you can see it's there. And yeah, it doesn't look that bad, to be honest, on the white background. As that size, to be honest. Yeah. So I'm not sure. There's a couple of things that I'm doing here. I don't think this is right, for a start. And also, I'm wondering if I should create my own asset section. Although, saying that, isn't this coming from a CSS file that I've created? So let's have a little gander on that. Bear with me a second whilst because this is running Yeah, this is running Instagram icons, UI. And these are semantic. Okay, no, I didn't adjust the CSS. I adjusted the. I was using the semantic inbuilt CSS. Fair enough. Oh, that's a shame. Never mind. I thought I was doing something clever then. Have I got? Coming to think about it, because I'm sure I did play around with the images. Sorry, the CSS. Because I'm sure we were playing around with. Let me do a git fetch a minute. I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure I had a CSS file. I haven't played with this project for a while, so yeah, because I remember sat down on the sofa going through color schemes. It's not going to be in there, I doubt. Let me get rid of some of this stuff for a minute. Let's get rid of that one. And let's get rid of that for a second. And let's just do a git commit of that logo, just so it's there. And the header as well. What's that about? Why do I have layout header? Oh, that's in templates, right? Templates, bundles. Yeah, let's get rid of that. The header one. We don't need that. We don't need that. That can go. No worries, Exabyte. Thank you for joining today. I appreciate it. No, it really shouldn't be that difficult. Gosh, look at the time. I think I'm gonna have to head to sleep soon. Absolutely shattered. Today's been a long day. But I don't want this to get the better of me. Ah, frustrating times. I'm gonna just see if there's anything in the deployment checkout thing here. Do I have anything to do with assets? Nope. Nope. I'm gonna check my other machine and see if there's anything on there. Bear with me a second whilst I do that. Yeah, I probably just need to sleep on it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna probably sleep on this, to be honest. It's getting quite late, so I'll just commit that logo in. Adding logo file. There we go. Yeah. All right, take care. So we've talked about a lot of things today. We talked about PHP 8. We built some AWS infrastructure. We also were tackling this project, Bake by Pen project. I installed it. That's what we did earlier on. And what I'm going to be doing in the next few streams is we're going to go back to the How to Code Well project, because in the next few evenings, I'm hoping to put it live, the beta version at least. So we'll be working off of the back of that soon. Don't worry. I enjoyed talking about PHP 8. I really did. That's a good thing. But I am knackered, and I've got a busy day ahead tomorrow, because I know I've got meetings lined up. So I will be... I'll love you and leave you. All right, take care, everybody, and we'll get to the bottom of this, I'm sure. Struggling on. Thank you ever so much for watching. Happy coding, everybody, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.